Deciding to retire in the Philippines depends on various personal factors such as lifestyle, preferences, financial situation, healthcare needs, and comfort with local culture. Here are some pros and cons of retiring in the Philippines. So first off, you need to ask yourself, what is your budget for retirement? What kind of lifestyle do I want? Do I want to live in the city, in the mountains, or at the beach? Do I have any specific healthcare needs? How comfortable are you with adapting to a new culture? Do you have a support network or plan to build one in the Philippines? So let's check out the pros of retiring in the Philippines. So first is cost of living. The cost of living in the Philippines is generally lower than in Western countries. One reason why foreigners like to retire here is because their money is worth more due to the high exchange rate. $1 is equivalent to 55 Philippine pesos. Of course, this can change depending on the current exchange rate. In my years of being a real estate broker, I have helped many foreign clients buy a property for retirement. So one client of mine bought this huge house in Xavier Estates with a swimming pool for 25 million pesos. And he said that the money he spent for that house would only get a fraction of that size in New Zealand, which is where he was previously based. So it's why he and his wife decided to sell their house there and their business there and move here in the Philippines. Food, utilities, and housing are also generally more affordable because of the exchange rate. So if you're coming from countries with a higher exchange rate, your money will definitely be worth more here. When it comes to real estate, prices will differ depending on the location. So to know more about the prices of real estate, contact an experienced real estate broker like me, for instance, so I can walk you through available condominiums or housing units in your preferred city. In general, the more metro a city gets, the higher real estate prices go. For example, residential lots in a high-end subdivision in Cagayan de Oro are at 25,000 per square meter. In Davao, for a similar community, it's at 40 to 50,000 per square meter. While in Manila, for super high-end subdivisions like Forbes Park, one of the most expensive and exclusive residential areas in the Philippines, it can go as high as 600,000 to 700,000 per square meter. Another pro is the climate and natural beauty of the Philippines. So our country is a tropical country, so you can expect the sun all year round. The beaches are also beautiful. The seawater is warm, unlike Western countries where their seawater is very cold. So when I was on vacation in Boracay, I met a Korean diver who moved to the Philippines to continue diving here because of our warm sea salt water and our beautiful beaches. So if you love outdoor activities like swimming, hiking, diving, and island hopping, there are tons of places to do that here in the Philippines. There are also a lot of tourist spots here in the Philippines with beautiful beaches like Boracay, Mactan, Cebu, Bohol, and Palawan. And we also have real estate projects in these cities that are beachfront. So I can provide you with an inventory or possible projects that you can choose from. Just message me or email me. My contact info is in the description. If you also like mountains where it's colder, you can check Tagaytay, Baguio, Dahilayan, and Bukidnon. Another advantage of living in the Philippines is it is an English-speaking country with very friendly locals. The Philippines is an English-speaking country where almost everyone can speak and understand the language. So for foreigners who only speak English, you will be able to communicate with the locals well enough and get around. Filipinos are also known for being very friendly and warm. Now let's check out the cons of retiring in the Philippines. Flooding in some areas of the Philippines. And this is because our country has mainly two seasons, wet and dry. So from January to May, that's the dry season where it's usually very hot, while June to December is the rainy season. So it has high humidity, and typhoon seasons can be very challenging. Some areas may experience heavy rainfall and flooding, especially those in urban areas due to high population density, proximity to rivers, low-lying areas, and poor drainage systems. So some cities with these problems are some areas in Metro Manila, Cebu City, Davao City, and some areas in Cagayan de Oro. So to be clear, not the entire area of the cities that I mentioned are prone to flooding. It's just the low-lying areas in these cities. So if you're looking for a place to buy in any of these cities, you need to contact an experienced realtor who is ideally based here, or even if not based in any of these cities, know the market well, so you can focus on areas, let's say in Cagayan de Oro, focus on areas that are not prone to flooding. So here in CDO, for instance, we have an unofficial address called Uptown Cagayan de Oro. So it's around 120 meters and up above sea level. So it's mountainous in this area and is not prone to flooding because of its high elevation. So if you want to invest in the city, you will want to invest in the uptown area or other areas that are above sea level in an elevated location, because that will make it safe and flood free. One main reason for flooding is also because if a certain area in a specific city is very low lying with insufficient drainage, then that will be a cause for flooding. So as long as the drainages get fixed though, it will decrease or eradicate this issue. However, one of the safest places to retire in the Philippines is Palawan, since it has no active volcanoes, no fault lines or trenches, and it's also not on the usual path of tropical storms, making it an ideal place to reside and do business in. Mega World actually has a huge beachfront project in San Vicente, Palawan called Paragua Coast Town. They have condos, commercial lots available. They also had residential lots, but it already got sold out. So check out the project in focus video on Paragua here on the card and also in the description. Another con is expensive healthcare. So quality of healthcare may be lower in remote areas. Emergency medical services can be less reliable outside of major cities. So healthcare in the Philippines is also quite expensive. Public hospitals are free, but the line is long. So if you want to be treated promptly, you will need to go to a private hospital. However, you need money to be treated here because private hospitals will ask for a down payment before treating patients. Another con is infrastructure. So there is also inconsistent infrastructure in some regions. Although this is not a problem for metro cities like Cebu, Davao, Manila, or CDO since it's already all set up, but in developing areas, it is not as consistent. And the last con is bureaucracy. The Philippines is beautiful, but navigating local bureaucracy can also be so time-consuming and frustrating. Renewing government IDs, getting a passport, or just opening a bank account can take half a day to an entire day. Processes for visas, permits, and other official matters can be a little bit complex because of the waiting time. My foreign clients who move here often get surprised on how long some things take to do here. Stuff that they can do in their home country for a few minutes can take hours or an entire day to accomplish here in the Philippines. So if you are moving here, you need to reflect if this is something that you can accept because it can't be easily changed. The reality here in the Philippines is it is who you know that counts. So if you know the right people, then you can definitely speed things up. So in summary, retiring in the Philippines can be a wonderful experience, tropical country, beautiful beaches, if the advantages align with your preferences and needs. It also offers a lower cost of living, warm climates, friendly communities. However, it's also crucial to consider potential challenges, such as healthcare access in rural areas, infrastructure issues, and cultural adjustments. So it is important to conduct thorough research, visit potential locations, and perhaps even spend an extended period in the country or city before making a final decision. For more information on properties in specific cities that you're interested in, contact me for an online consultation.